Hi everyone, it's Trevor the Whinging Pom again. As you can probably see, I've got a lot of spots on my face at the moment, so I haven't got chickenpox or anything. It's just like a anti-cancer cream for skin cancers. It's a lot better than what it was, and that's why I decided to do the video today. Now today is just about fun times we had when we lived at Stathdownie. We first got married, we lived at Stathdownie, which was about 20 k's from Mount Gambier. We actually lived in a beautiful home. Well, what happened was the actual main house for the farmer was 5 k's away. Anyway, he decided to rent the house out because he was getting people stealing his sheep and, shooting illegally and that sort of stuff. So that's what we got. Now, Kelly always used to say to me, I'm not afraid of snakes, I'd do anything. I'd kill a snake if I had to. And snakes never really worried me, but at Stathdownie it was all swampland. So we had a hell of a lot of tiger snakes. And they can be pretty vicious, they'll go after you. Now, one day there, she's out the back enjoying the sun, reading a book or something with Sarah. Sarah's in the bouncer, she's bouncing and reading a book. Anyway, next minute she comes running in with Sarah. Oh, there's a snake out there. And we used to have a snake fence. Actually used to surround the property. For some reason, this tiger snake got in. I said, well, go and kill it then. No, what about if it bites me? I'll die and you'll never forgive yourself. I said, all right then. So I used to have a bow and arrow. So I went out the back garden, and this thing was big, I tell you. Anyway, I shot it and shot it straight through the back of the tail. Well, it didn't like that much, did it come after me? So I had to slam the back door, and I used to have this big wire wheat rod, so I could actually kill snakes with it if I had to. I never bothered them unless they bothered us. Anyway, it goes out the back, and this bloody snake, and you always aim just below the head so they can break their back. Anyway, I must have hit it a dozen times at least before it died. I mean, like I said, we never used to bother them unless they bothered us. So anyway, and then you'd hang them on the fence. That's what the farmer wanted at the time. So anyway, so that's Kelly's bravery killing snakes. We also used to have a cat called a ratio. Now, ratio used to kill snakes. What she used to do was mesmerise me. She'd go backwards and forwards like this, like that. I actually seen her one day kill a snake like that, and the snake would sort of wave and sort of semi-hypnotised, then she'd pounce the back of the neck. Anyway, that's one morning I'm going out to work, and like I said, I've always been aware of snakes because we used to catch them when we were kids. I go to the shed, it's dark, just getting light, and I stepped and I thought, oh shit, there's something there. And I could just see a snake curled up right in front of my foot. So I never moved. I stood there and stood there. Next minute it started to get light, and bloody snake's got no head. The cat had bitten it off. I'll tell you, was I lucky that day. Then on top of that, we used to go walking. We used to have a shelter named Mishka, and of course a ratio the cat. And we go walking for miles. And what used to happen, Mishka used to run along and a ratio would go and hide. So Mishka would be going around looking for this cat. Next minute the cat would pounce, jump on Mishka's back and ride it all the way, then jump off again and do the same again. This went on for over and over and over again. Yeah. And then one night I went drinking with a few mates and I was driving back to Stathdownie, and my radio, the fuse had broken. So I transferred, I forget which part it was, whether it was the blinkers or the stoplights, whatever, and put the fuse in so I could listen to the radio. Well, needless to say, I got picked up by the cops, by the police. Anyway, they said to me, do you realise you've got your lights out there? I said, oh, I'm sorry, mate. I said, I've used up my radio. Anyway, so we'd normally fine you, but we're going back to the police station at the moment, so I won't bother, but make sure you put it back in. So I put it back in when I went there. I goes to start the car and the battery was flat. So cheeky me said, oh, excuse me, mate, could you give me a push? And they pushed me and got me started. Tell you something, police wouldn't do that today, would they? Not at all. And then one day I bogged the car um, in the paddock. So I said, oh, we'll walk across to the farmers because he's got a tractor. That was about 5 k's away, as I said. So anyway, but we cut through the fields, not through the paddocks. Anyway, as we come up, he used to have electric fences. So stupid me goes, because I was going to hold it up so Kelly can get through. I'm going like this. That's all right. Well, I grabbed it. The next minute, the poles must have come through. I'm on my knees. But anyway, so I helped Kelly over a fence post. And as I'm helping over the fence post, I looked down and there was a hollow in the fence post. There was a tiger snake actually wrapped around. And it was lucky it was winter because they're pretty harmless in winter. And I just jumped over another one. So we were very lucky that day. And I used to be involved with a lot of soccer. I used to coach a soccer team, Apollo, like the juniors. And every year they used to have like a tournament in Mount Gambier. So they have all these kids come down and, try to get them accommodation. So we had about, I don't know, half a dozen, I suppose. And only little kids, under 14s they were. Never been on the farm. So I said, come on, let's go for a walk. So we're going for a walk. And of course, there's steers in the paddock. Now, steers, as soon as they see you, they want to run to you because they think you've got food or something like that. So I said, oh, shit, there's balls. So I turned, started running. And all the kids are scared stiff. They all start running. I tell you something, I couldn't stop laughing. That was so funny. But anyway. So anyway, that's just a short one today. So my joke of the day is, this is actually another Ronald Reagan joke. There's a meeting of all the Labour people, a conference. Anyway, this little boy's outside and he's selling pups. And he said, anyone want to buy a Labour pup? Anyone want to buy a Labour pup? And anyway, a couple bought them. Anyway, the journalist is watching this. And the next week, there's another meeting, but this time it's the Liberal Party. And this little kid's out the front again saying, do you want to buy a Liberal pup? Do you want to buy a Liberal pup? And the journalist walks over to him and says, why last week were you selling Labour pups and this week you're selling Liberal pups? And he said, because this week they got their eyes open. So that's it for today. It's only a short one, but God bless and look after yourself. Love you all. Bye.